Okay, I haven't crashed yet. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh, I think it's like really behind, but I guess I'll take it. Um, and how do I share this? Okay. Very, very sick. Oh, but now I see there's gonna have to be a whole other thing that I have to look at now. Okay, I got. Oh, yeah, no, I don't have those bot commands coming. Can I do that right now? I might do that right now as well. Sorry, I'm still getting there. I'm still getting there. Oh, come on. What was the offensive word? Reapily. No, it didn't like that either. What? What? Okay, what word? I'm trying to. You'll be home soon too. Okay. Um. Wow. I don't think I can share my stream anymore or something. Let's see if I get rid of my YouTube link. Okay. Yeah, it's just my YouTube link that it doesn't like. Weird. All right. Well, I got that working. I got multi-stream working. Is essentially what I did. And then let me see what else I can do. Let me go back to your message now and see if I can actively put in that change that you're wanting. Okay, so I have to go to Twitch, and then I use what? I use Seribot. So do I need to change Seribot? Yeah, I know. I'm going crazy. Or account setting on the bot. Okay. I'll get the hang of it. Yeah, hike. I figured a little bit more visibility. Why not use YouTube, right? Or am I just needing to utilize a different bot so you can use commands? Sorry, still trying to figure this out. I'll get there though, right? Roles manager. Yeah, I don't know. Do I just need to add another bot? That's kind of. Could you send me one? Send me a pic. Theory. Okay, let's see. Seribot does not use a bot manager role or command. Instead, it recognizes any user who has standard moderator status in my Twitch channel. Yeah, well, you have a moderator. So I need to do like stream elements. You're saying? I think all Seribot really does is just like for moderation, right? Yeah, because you've got editor and moderator. But you know what I can also do? Wait, no, I can't do that. Guess I was wrong. I don't know. If there's like a recommended bot that I should add, you should totally let me know. And then I'll add that one. Or I can add multiple. I'm not picky. This 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 stream's big enough for more than one bot. That's for sure. Also, welcome in if you have not been here before, or if you are here for, or if you like never played Seed before, just say hello, you know? Ooh, I got a message. Where did I get a message at? Okay. Would not recommend using multiple bots unless they are used for different things. Well, I think all that Seribot really does is, um, like, catch the spam and whatnot, right? I think it can do a little bit. Well, and I use Seribot to announce um, the ads when they're coming up, but. Man, this is crazy. I also don't know how many I don't know. I've got a lot of tracking I've got to do. That's for sure. I've got to add some more stuff and things, I think, now. Ooh, pop-up dashboard. Ooh, nice. So YouTube has a pop-up dashboard, but it doesn't show me the chat. Interesting. The bee fact. Oh my goodness. I think there's a couple other random facts you can do too, like dogs and foxes and stuff like that. That's hilarious. Of course you found that. Bat fact. Unlike bots like Nightbot or Stream Elements, you cannot program your own text-based commands into Siri. Okay. Okay, so I need to add like a real bot, because it's like basically not a real bot. And my money, it's not looking great. I noticed that I had a huge backup in my metal production, so that's definitely an issue. Oh man, you're gonna use every fact there is. You'll donate to this. You don't have to do that. Okay, looks like I just sold one of my platforms. All right. I mean, it's gonna build itself back up, but my mineral separator that made me oh god, that made me graphite. It had bauxite in it, so it was just locked up because I don't think I had enough. What's it called? Nitric acid at the time. Yeah, but I've got quite a bit of bauxite. Oh man, you're just gonna be spamming those different facts. It's hilarious. Yeah, I'll add a bot tonight. I mean, which is better, Nightbot or Stream Elements? I think I've got Stream Elements linked to my donation thing. Not that that's ever been used, but I'm definitely not stuck on it or anything. Also, I've been slowly producing the different types of acid. I think I need some more graphite to get that going. Yeah, I've got 9 nitric now, so I'm getting there. Because I actively produce. Stream Elements is the best. Is oh man, I don't know. You all know more about this than I do. No, I'm gonna have to repair this. 6 ceramic tiles. Oh, I need more iron nails. Darn. He never dropped them off. He still has them in his inventory. Oh my god. I hate it. I tell him to walk somewhere and then drop something off after he's gotten there. And then he'll walk over there and then he just won't drop them off and we'll go do something else. He's just not feeling it, I guess. But yeah, one of the reasons I did the YouTube stream was because what, it doesn't have ads, isn't that right? So that should be another way for people to cop out of the ads. So that should help a little bit, right? At least some people. Yeah, I mean, I did kind of show off our wall a little bit today. We had a lot of people really like our wall. Oh, okay, so Stream Elements was gonna possibly shut down, but they got the funding they needed. Okay. Use Stream Elements, will do. I'll hop right on that. Alright, alright. What am I gonna do today? That is the question. I think my house can finally be upgraded. So, whoop whoop. It looks like we've got gold to produce. Why do we have flour over here? I'm gonna blame you, KMX. I think you're the only one who makes flour. They have all these cool overlays, sub animations, and whatnot too. Okay. As long as I don't have to use the like Streamlabs, but better. Yeah, I figured it was you, KMX. I'm pretty sure you're the only one who produces flour. Oh wow, that one got 2. So either someone crit it or it's just been ran twice. I'm cool with it either way though. But okay, yeah, is Streamlabs like a whole like thing? Is that like a whole alternative to OBS, or what exactly does that look like? Also, to my one YouTube viewer, hi, welcome in. Unless that's one of you all watching me on 2 different browsers, which props to you for that. But then hi again, I guess. Hi on both platforms. My debut stream on YouTube. Stream Elements is more of a tool in addition to OBS. Okay. It's an all-in-one. Yeah, I know Streamlabs is an all-in-one desktop app. That's what I used previously. Okay. So I just add that plugin like I have other plugins then, huh? Okay. Because I added... I've already forgot what it's called. Like, Altaria? I don't know. Altaria multi-stream / vertical stream? I already forgot the name. I only learned it long enough to look it up. Just go to their website and log in at Twitch and press Adbot. Okay, should I just do that right now? Or should I just wait until later? Adium, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll just... So I've already got... Oh no, this pulled up Streamlabs. Hang on. Stream... What's it called? Okay. Atom or Asium? Or Adium? Or Adium? Okay, Stream Elements. Remember that. Stream Elements. Okay. Alright, hopefully I'm automatically logged in. I am. Very sweet. And let's see, what features do we got? Alright, we got that chatbot. Alright, let's activate that right now. ASIM? Asium. Like, you know, like, I don't know, it's... I've got to update my info here. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are other words that are kind of like that, where the T kind of makes a sh noise when it's like ATI, like nation, you know, kind of like that. Hey, I didn't make the English language. I just bend it to my will. All right, where's Pacific time? Okay, there's Central. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, what is this? I think I have to verify it. Yeah, you all just like to harass me, I swear. And you act like you're my friends. Alright, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I've got to confirm my email now. Leave, I guess. My computer's not liking this. It's one of your favorite things to do while at work. Yeah, yeah. Why not, right? What am I gonna do about it? Come through the screen? I think that'd be too amusing for some people. Alright, when did this one come through? August 10th. Well, that's not the right one. Where is it then? I don't think it wants me to confirm it. Oh yeah, I guess there is something I could do about it, but I'm not trying to get anyone on my bad side. I've created enough negative press for myself as it is. Stream Elements is not popping up. Okay, I've got to reconnect my authorization. Fake news. Alright, I've reauthorized myself. Hey, look, I've got a sponsor. I've got a sponsorship for Marvel Strike Force if I wanted to go into it. I probably won't though, because that's a mobile-only game that looks like it's probably just trash. All right, chatbot. All right, so settings, users, add a new bot user. Okay, moderator. So what name do I put in for UKMX? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's an awful game. I'm not even big on Marvel as it is. So it'd already be a hard thing for me to agree on. Okay. Well, while you figure that out, I'm gonna do whatever I do in this game. Oh, right. I was gonna look at the event center, see if there's anything left in here for people. I think I have a couple things I can give away. Oh wow, it's been gobbled up. Not completely. Let's see, the shelves are gone, the lights are gone. Let's go clean it up a little bit before I add anything else in there. We're almost done with our third section of the wall. I did see someone, I assume it was you, Hike, finished. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's not stealing when I'm giving it away for free. How do you steal free? So I can make you the bot mod. You can just send it to me in Discord. But that's how I make you a bot mod. Is I'm in Stream Elements and be my bot mod. But yeah, I saw someone finished off the eastern gate. I felt like that was you, Hike, but I don't know. Yeah, just the first one. The other ones give you too much access. Yeah. Wait. So you wait. I'm just gonna give you moderator. Or do you want regular? Because there's regular, moderator, and super moderator. Oh, that was Johnny? Wow. Thanks to Johnny. He probably wanted to be close to a wall. Which, fair. These walls are cool. Close to a completed wall, I should say. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, all good. Oh no, we lost 2 seedlings. 3 seedlings. It migrated away. Who do you think that was? Let's see. I don't think it was our new players. Well, I'll go into Land Planner then and take a little poke around. Yeah, well, I don't think it was any of the people you were hoping for. That's mine. That's also mine. What's this? Isn't it ironic? Do we know who lived? And isn't it ironic? Actually, I'm pretty sure I do know whose this was. But they haven't been here for a while. Well, maybe that's a sign that the password needs to be changed, but they haven't been on here. But I'm fairly certain I know who did own this. Yeah, exactly. I wasn't trying to name names, but yeah, that was who owned it. But I don't think I remember seeing it have that name. Alright, well let me keep searching then. A little bit of lag. Yeah. What about right here? Oh, I think you all already knew about that one, though. Right here, maybe? Easter's plot? Did we already know about that one? No, I think that was already pointed out, right? No, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, welcome in, Blake. Yep, happy Friday's Eve. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we had 3 seedlings migrate out. I'm trying to figure out who that was, but there's no direct evidence. Unless someone was moving out most of their seedlings. Yeah, it is weird there's no activity log. You know what I will do, though? Yeah, Spark at least should notify us, right? That's a good question. We need to make sure Did anyone leave the Discord? That's also a good question. Hang on, I can probably tell through moderation. Because it might not have been a player leaving, it might have been them pulling their seedlings out. Oh, Laris. They only have one seedling here now. I have a feeling that's not the only one, though. I mean, I don't know, that might be mainly it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because only, yeah, 3 left, and Alaris number 4 is still here. Alright, what seedling is this? Oh, okay, that's... Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. Well, I mean, whatever. At this point, right? I'm kind of getting a little, like, whatever. Prep the southern wall now, too. Oh, nice. You're more than welcome to get that largely set up. Like, designed and everything. I keep on clicking on the wrong window. Well, Amex, when you've got your username, just send it to me through Discord. I know you said you'll be home soon, so no rush on that. You just copied. Okay, cool. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. I think I've got everything pulled back up now. Yeah, there we go. You scan more near my farm? Thank you. Or wait, this farm? The community farm? Okay, cool. Very cool. Ready. Yeah, so yeah, I've been thinking, you know, we've been like we're at a very interesting place in the society, and our growth in our society has been very different, as you all know, from like how things were in Iridian. And like we had a big surge right at the beginning, right? Which was great and all, but also a lot to manage and a lot of very loud voices, right? Like all with their own opinions. And that not gonna lie, that's been a lot to manage. But as we can already see, we're kind of getting to a point where the game's already kind of slowing down. That churn forward has already started to like come to a bit more of a crawl. We haven't lost any of the new players that we've picked up, which is great, and I love that. That means we're still doing something right, you know. And you know, a lot of people are still interested in our society. I think it is just like there are some people on vacation, of course, but like some people have been turned off from the changes in the game. Some people have pretty much acted the same way they did in beta, where they play for a little bit and then they just like whoosh disappear. Oh, look, my house finished. Now I've got two really just great looking buildings. So we've also had some players that have, you know, in some ways taken advantage of our society, right? Like, I mean, for better or for worse, like, I think that's just like the best way to sum it up, you know? Um, and I'm not gonna like advocate for removing anyone. You think the main issue is the advertising for the game? Yeah, that's part of it. Um, yeah, I mean, as I've said, it's being advertised one way, and I think it's slightly different. The game itself is slightly different, but I was just thinking going forward, like, we're gonna have to kind of pivot. I mean, I don't know what the next update fully looks like, but I think as a society, we do kind of have to pivot a little bit to operate more as one entity. At least they actually took the week to work on bugs instead of pushing more stuff. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. But I think we just need to, like, probably come together more as, like, one entity rather than, you know, operate as individually as we have. Just because it feels like that's where the game's going, right? Like, we have a system in place for if people want to purchase distant territories. Yeah, like donating an extractor. Yeah, exactly like that, KMX. Thank you again. But like distant territories, like we have a system in place, but like at the same time, it's like what stops a player from like just completely like abandoning those systems that we have in place? And it really is just a good faith thing, and like that's great and all, but we also have to think about like the amount of like money and stuff it's going to take, and the kind of person that would have the ability to even purchase one of those distant territories, right? They're like, those people are like extreme wealth makers, right? And I think if we see too much of that money in the hands of just like one or two people and not the hands of the society, that means the society kind of stagnates. Yeah, it's 5 million. And I know that's not like too much, but it starts at 5 million. Plus here, I can pull it up. I don't know if I pulled it up on stream. So it starts at 5 million and you set your own price. And it's not really utilized right now, but it will be, you know, it will be. So I'll go out here. Let me try to make it pop up a little better. Yeah, so yeah, distant land can only be claimed. You'll pay 0.5% of that value as the daily tax. Any society can buy the land at that value. You cannot refuse the sale. So it starts out at 5 million, and it immediately charges you a daily tax of 5%. Or, yeah, of 0.5%. So you would immediately pay 5,025,000. Now, if someone else paid that amount, I think that's how it works, they can then buy it out from you. So they get everything on that territory as well. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you probably could. I don't see why not. But I don't know if anyone has a distant territory yet. Yeah. So like we could change this to like 9 million, right? Oh, what's weird is it didn't update down here. It should have though, because it updated right here. So this would cost... Oh wait, no, it didn't update there either. Very odd. Well, maybe it's because we don't have the money in the bank account. But it would then be 0.5%, right? So I'm just thinking like, this is something that would come out of the society's wallet at the end of the day. can put a subway, but you don't think it's intended in distant territories. I don't know. It might not be. I mean, that's what the big bot's for. I have a feeling they haven't worried too much about distant territories because no one's had a reason to really expand out there. So I'm just thinking, you know, like in the future, what are the odds that like one or two players will really branch out like that? I mean, it's fully possible, but that's going to get really expensive, and if they don't follow like our guidelines, that's going to fall back on the society. I also don't really know what selling that looks like either, because you can't sell, currently at least, you can't sell regular territories. So I don't know how that works. Like, I know we've been told we can sell it, so it'll be interesting to see also what that looks like. They'll need to, once the society runs out of their resources. That is true. That is true. But when the society runs out of those resources, then they also won't be able to continually make the money, right? So it's going to take a proactive choice on their end. I don't know. I guess it could very well still happen. But looking within our own society, I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, should we be increasing the cost after the 25th? Should we be increasing the cost of rare resources to... I think the vote's currently leaning to that we will, but, you know, should we increase the cost of rare resource extraction sites to be, like, something just ludicrous, like basically $1 million in and of itself, or even more? Because, you know, rare resources are going to go up in value, like it or not, you know. And I was also thinking, should we allow players that are not active community players to extract those resources from our society and near them when they start to deplete? Because if they're not actively contributing to the society and they're just like harvesting the resources and then utilizing the orbital storage to just like ship them off to a different place, like, that doesn't help us at all. That helps them, sure, but I mean, maybe we could offset it by crazy pricing. I don't know. What do you all think? Definitely open for comments on this. Because I've just been thinking lately, like, I don't know, if you only have like one seedling here and you're mainly extracting our resources and then shipping them off to another location, I think come the 25th, you're not allowed any more plots, right? Like, even if like we might have a resource that you want, but we don't need to rush. You know, we're playing this for the long haul. Like, if they're only gonna offer us money, like, what's the point? Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the majority of... Hey! Thanks! Thanks for the follows, Clang. I love it. Wow, always nice to have you all around. But yeah, no, I was just, everyone act natural. Yeah, exactly. I can never act completely natural. But my natural is awkward, so it already kind of works. So you all would never know if I'm just like naturally my awkward self or unnaturally awkward. And that's my coping mechanism right there. I think I need to send myself some more stone. The wave is great. Uh, but I gotta send some stone to get some more stone processing. I need to focus on my actual buildings a little bit here soon, but I'm not gonna stop until we're at least done with the northern wall. And we've got a whole ton of clay we've got to move out of the way for the western wall. That's the one thing preventing us right now. Uh, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I think the eastern wall can already have some planning done, can't it? Maybe I can go ahead and go over there and at least get the plan in place. Yeah, that seems like a good thing to do in a second. I'm all over the place. I need to move some more stone around first before I get into that, because my stone production's at a halt. Alright, where's my stone? I've got so much of it. Oh, let me just move the stone blocks first. That'll probably be easiest. Hey, the menu's gotta work too. You say we repossess all rare resources, refund the price all players paid for them, and just make them all state-owned? Oh man, Hike. See, it's easy for you to say that kind of thing, because you're not the one with your head on the chopping block if things go down. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have been tempted. Uh, I have been very tempted by that idea because we could have a lot to gain. Yeah, exactly. My head would be on a stake tomorrow. All right. Uh, all right. So let me get this transferred. I've also. You mean at some point you need to take a stand in this and make clear what the overall goal of the society is? Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think. I think. It has been rough because there's trying to keep people around. Trying to not make it seem like we're only wanting the government members to be at the top. You think the sharing idea we had originally wasn't a bad idea? Maybe here's a really insanely high amount you have to pay for a rare resource plot and you own it completely, or you can use this land, borrow one of our extractors, but you owe 50% back to the government. Yeah, but it's just like, how do we enforce that though? The 50% part. It's just like, because then we have to like big brother over people, and no one likes that, right? No, I know the governor's being at the top is definitely not what's going on. I know, but that's also like I was always fine with that idea, but there was good that came with like the governors being on top. And that meant that, you know, um, we were actually making sure that everyone was getting everything they wanted, basically, resource wise, as much as we could afford. And so with this society, I was really trying to be completely open with, you know, anyone making money, getting their resources on their own, and that did get us like to where we are now at a quicker rate than just if we had, you know, pushed for it ourselves. Um, so that's, I mean, that's awesome. But I think it also prevented a little bit of growth of all players. I don't know. It's just finding that balance has been an interesting journey, right? Which is fine, you know. It was never going to be like Iridian, and I think that's something that is hard for me to personally accept. Because how much I did love Iridian, but it never was going to be like Iridian. And so that's why I've also come up with the, like, proposal to have us open up for 6 to 8 hours to full public every so often, just to see if we can get a few more players in. I mean, some of those will probably go, like, full zombie, and that's fine, you know. We can certainly utilize that. But that's the thing. Where we are now is where people are just doing their own thing, but we may very well lose on more society-focused goals like Decima. Yeah, some of the pushback was interesting, especially if there are any bad actors from the public pool, you can just immediately banish. Yeah, I mean, that was like one player, though, who saw what happened with all, like, was it Altoria? There's a few of them with like a very similar name, because there's also Altheria, and that's a whole separate place. But they saw what happened with the bad actor there, and, you know, it frightened them. And I mean, completely fair. No one wants to put in all that work and potentially have someone come in and, you know, take a wrecking ball to everything that you've done and take it over. So I completely understand that concern. I will say I do feel very confident about being able to prevent that type of thing happening in our own society. I mean, if we see a whale join, well, that's going to immediately be, like, you know, talked about. Like, someone joins with like 10 seedlings. Well, we've got a rule in place, and like, this might not be the place for you, but I think we are currently leaning towards opening up how many seedlings people can have as well. But see, what I don't know is, but wasn't that the thing that he was the mayor from the get-go? I don't think he was the mayor from the get-go. Was he? I don't think I knew I guess I don't know the full story, but... Oh, you think he was? I thought he was elected into being the mayor. And then when he was elected, he basically was like, and we're done. Like, we're done with the whole, like, full-on democracy bit. Because it sounded like they were just upset with how long it took for things to, like, actually go. Also, hi Julia, I see you lurking in the back. Lang, I know you're here. Do you know any more about what happened? Or, I mean, you definitely don't have to say anything if that's something that you want to just keep on the down low. But you seem like he got pushed back, and instead of moving on or adapting, he just said F it and blew up. but it didn't work the way he and everyone else hoped. Yeah, I mean, it did kind of seem like that too. Yeah, I mean, it absolutely was that. Yeah. Well, thanks again, Clang. You're always so quick. You're always so quick to help out players. We do love that, and we do recognize that. Oh, I can't clear out over there yet. That's fine though. Yeah, I will. Yeah, so I think we're all pretty up to date then, because I think we've almost all seen the UNN post. But yeah, that was a very extraordinary circumstance. Ooh, you're okay. Seed Industries are actively going to announce. Oh, okay, mitigating it events. Okay, okay. I think the big issue is that he was losing confidence with the people, and that even when he had 15% confidence, he would just wreck everything. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, I see, I see. Let's pull it up. Let's pull up. Uh, yeah, I was just hoping for something a little bit more utopian. Yeah, I do think that was a pretty good quote there. It's a good job on that. Oh, okay, so there's more here. I didn't see that there is more here. Okay, here I'm gonna pull this over here. When the Society of Altoria was torn apart by a mayor pursuing a scorched Avesta policy. Instead of scorched earth, I like that. By banning their entire legislator and a majority of citizens and then locking the colonel to private. They reached out to the cultivator with a request for a comment or possible interview. Now we can exclusively report some of the first public words from a cultivator who has rattled the populations of the Ilo archipelago. He got back to you via global chat and said some surprising motivations for his flouting of rules and exploration of governance loopholes. He never campaigned for mayor. He was selected because he had vision for what we could actually become, and I think a lot of us were standing in our own way without realizing it. That's part of why I was willing to blow it up and start over, not to punish anyone, but because I watched people grind themselves into routines they built for themselves and call it progress, and I didn't want to just manage that. I wanted something different. Ooh. Ah, yeah, jeez. Uh, this is okay. This shows the insight a mayor can gain, whether they like it or not. Danny Boy mentions that they got a lot of DMs every day, and they didn't like how people behaved in private while maintaining different public persona. Nobody said it out loud. He felt he built the community projects mostly alone while everyone else worked towards private gain. As we reported previously, for the most part, people had been happy on Altoria, and the mayor never showed any sign of discontent. This seems to come down to a tension with cultivators building the best of all possible worlds. What may be, what may be best for one isn't necessarily going to align with someone else. Danny Boy expressed with a palpable frustration that his time on Avesta was supposed to be the opposite of real life. He seems to have seen Altoria as a place with limitless potential, a bountiful place that could lead to utopian potential. Instead, somehow we imported every worst instinct capitalism teaches: hoard first, extract quietly, smile at the person you're out maneuvering. Now, this comes down to what real life actually is, and a shared community of any sort must always be a negotiation of purpose, meaning, and what members aspire to. In Altoria, somewhat shockingly, it seemed there is an untenable divergence on these matters, and rather than communicating these feelings, the mayor seemed to want to teach some sort of lesson. A game is supposed to be a place you go to be different, maybe better version of the systems you live inside all day. Altoria became a place where people practice the worst parts of themselves instead. That said, I do wish them luck. If a factory town is what's going to make them happy, go for it. I was just hoping for something a little bit more utopian. And so it turns out that while many cultivators were distraught with their actions, and Seed Industries took the unprecedented step of lifting the mass spate of bans and relieving Danny Boy of his mayorship, and indeed place in Altoria, they got themselves banished. They felt they were, in fact, doing everyone a service. They maintain they had good intentions with bad executions on my part, perhaps. At the end of the interview, they reflected they weren't going to apologize for giving their former society mates a reality check about where their priorities lie and which side of the covital coin they care most about. Their time enjoying Earth, or their time worrying about the actions of a rogue mayor on Avesta, or is that vice versa? It's certainly an unexpected proposal from Avesta's most notorious fallen mayor. Wow. That is. I had not read through all that. Oh man, if nothing else, he did show that there were some flaws with the current government systems. Yeah, that's true. Uh, the yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Clang has some really good writers, including Mr. Holton here as well. Um, and Felipe, yeah, and Felipe, yeah, because Felipe's in charge of. Isn't Felipe in charge of the UNN, or is that like a team effort? Oh wow, that was a good read. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good read, and I'm sure that's gonna be used for like a promotional story at some point, right? Mm, wow, that got me thinking. I'm not gonna lie, that got me thinking. I would never follow in their footsteps, of course. I'm not. I would never take out like all of that anger in that way upon other players. Uh, you all have seen me in the chat. I definitely let it known when I'm upset about the way things are going, but I also try to enlist. Uh, I believe he does it by himself. Oh, okay. I try to create policies and come up with ideas that you know actively fight the things that we don't like to see. And I think that is the best way of going about it. That's the most honest way, at least. All right, we're gonna have to do the road a little bit more. I'll go ahead and clear that up. Yeah, he's at least the face of the UNN. The writing can only be as good as the stories. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Man, that's some fun. That's some fun seed lore right there, right at the beginning. Um, yeah, that's a great story, and it's not even a month in. Well, no, it is just over a month in. Too long didn't read. Guy got banned and lost mayorship. Kind of. Guy got overwhelmed. Okay, mayor got overwhelmed. Didn't properly communicate to his society how he was being overwhelmed, and didn't communicate like possible changes. So basically brought the ban hammer down on the majority of his populace, closed up his society, and then Guy got his mayorship revoked and then banned from his society. I've heard he's still around though. He just goes by a different name though. Man, that's interesting. I'd almost I almost kind of feel bad for him though. Like and honestly I kind of do. I do feel bad for him because it is a stressful role to have. Like And yeah, like it does in some ways hit a little too close to home. It definitely hits very close to home. We've not like we've technically not banished anyone. Now we did basically give someone a 24-hour notice of a ban because of how they were interacting with other community members, and for other reasons as well. But we have not technically banned anyone, and that was again only one person. And that's always something I want to avoid. But I totally get some of the things that he was saying there if he wasn't just saying them to make himself look better, which could 100% be the case, right? Hope this is not in the way. But what do you all think? What do you all think about that whole story and how it unfolded? I mean, of course, he was in the wrong, 100%, with how he executed his anger there. No, it is in the way. All right, someone get Rakvinator on. Yeah, I get him in a way. I get his stressors. I he definitely went about handling the whole situation very poorly, though. I think Rakvinator's been on recently. So if anyone sees him on, make sure you kindly ask him to move his advanced what is this, carpentry station? Yeah, I think so too. I think I saw him run in the last election if he's not running in this one. Oh yeah, see, Alaris was actually running for a council representative role too, and now they're not because they migrated that seedling. Yeah, Rakvinator was on, and they at least voted for themselves. He's always sleeping in your tent. Hey, I sleep in your tent quite often too. I get it. There's just something about your tent, I guess. Hey, it's probably because you just have that massive farm, and it's a great place to, grab a meal, do a little bit of, farm work, get some calluses on your hands. I think that one goes one too far. Yeah, it's yeah, massive farm. Massive tracts of land, right? A little bit of sleeping. Well, sounds like a lot of people go there for a little bit of sleeping. Yeah, lots of crops to tend, a lot of corn to shuck, you know? Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming. We always love to have you here. And yeah, those stories on UNN were great. We can't wait to see you on your co-vital show tomorrow. Based on one of the seedlings you have in your social list. Okay. Catch you later. Catch you later, Clang. Catch you later, John. Always feel free to stop in. Alright, looks like we can get the wall a little bit wider now. Oh, it's gonna be so sick. And that's not even a lot, like, to really get it going. There we go. Alright, I can put some of the stuff down. Man, I like having a two-story house. I mean, he was just here though. He saw it. Oh, they know about it. They know about it. I've gotten... So I posted some pictures in general earlier this morning, and then I forwarded those pictures to media, and one of them included a cropped picture of the Western Wall, and there was like 4 or so likes by the Clang team on it. So don't worry, they saw it. And I think they're maybe using newspapers. They're showing off some of the newspapers, including mine, tomorrow. At least that's what it sounded like. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see for tomorrow's show. Okay, hearing someone, I'm assuming, using a punching bag is kind of hilarious. What is this? Oh, okay, it's just like stuff stacked. Yeah, it's a punching bag. Wait, so are they just like sitting here, or are they actively using it? Oh, they're eating. Okay. You gotta work as soon as it starts. Oh no! You'll be on a plane. Well, I guess I'll be there. I'll be there to watch. I'll keep you guys posted. Oh, you'll still be watching? Yeah, of course you will. Also, do these lights actually give any light to the, like, rooms they're part of? Yeah, I'll still give you all the updates. The good updates. I think the only one I missed was the first one. Did I say watch party on Discord? Yeah, we could do that. We could do a watch party. Yeah, we could. Yeah, but yeah, we could do a watch party. You wonder if we can push Desma donations more as a society? Yeah, agreed. Don't like, but we feel like some of us are just working on it individually, but have we No, I don't think we've really had like a big like announcement post to call it out or anything, but we can definitely do so. Um, I really, really, really wish we could get one of those computer like big computer modules made because we did briefly lose our number one rank yesterday because of Sungrove. They had like taken another spot on the leaderboard, which put us in second. But then I think someone else took that spot from them. Just the fact that we are. Oh, okay. We're about to be knocked down to second if we don't get some actuators. I one of my issues is I've been just going all in on the wall, and I haven't really been focusing on much else. Oh, yeah, this is the problem right here. It's the... Oh, actually, I could probably make most of this now. The issue for me is the gold. And mechanical engineering, maybe? Yeah, agreed. I definitely think that we have a better shot at competing for the original items as well. My mechanical engineering is only level 5. I can get that up easy though. And that's for me that's my best bet. Um in like a couple days my secondary seedling will be at 30 stone processing to process gold. Yeah, but see that's the issue is the processing. I don't think we have the skills for it. We we were mentioned in a comment. Are we all the way at the bottom now? Oh, we were specifically mentioned. I love that. It is a very extraordinary story. Yeah, I hope it doesn't come around too often. That was a crazy story right there. Okay, okay. Yeah, I need to like that. I need to sparkle that as well. Yeah, I love that this does go full screen. That's fun. Yeah, we should be repping New Iridian a little bit more, right? Make everyone know just how great we are. Let's see what kind of things can we even add. Oh, okay, okay, so okay, regular screenshots. I posted a couple things here. Let me see. Let me go back. Yeah, need metalworking 30 to make the ingots too. Yeah. We absolutely do. Yeah, gold's just like level 30 everything. Yeah, you're just not a social media kind of guy. I get that. I mean, if you just like click on your seedling to take pictures here and there. Oh, okay, I've got a great one actually. I've got a great one. Oh, no, 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 no. Not with him though. Not with him. Let's see. If we raise a seedling cap, you'll throw one down that is just purely metalworking or processing. I mean, I'm so close to it. I should have named him the Rock. Yeah. Uh, you don't have a choice in the name. Oh yeah. No, I know. Sorry. I was responding to something. All right. Let me move the wall. Let me move the wall here. Because I've got a great idea for a picture here. If I can get him right over here, he can take a snapshot. He can take a selfie, right, of him with the wall behind him. No, not right there. No, he turned around. He turned around. Let's see. Nah, not like that, buddy. You almost got it right though. All right, now if we do it again, there we go. Yeah, you weren't wrong though. I did disappear in a Discord for a second. All right, let's see. Not that one. Oh, he's so close. He's so close to getting it right. I've got to figure out what that perfect angle is. All right, let's try again. How dare you turn around yet again? This guy. All right, if I tell him to do it again, will he turn around? Yes, he will. Okay, I see. He's gonna have to get like over here. He's gonna have like 50 selfies in his phone. And they're all gonna be in the wrong direction. Oh, there we go. This might be the one. This might be the cast shot right here. Oh, let's take a look. I've never been so interested in someone taking a selfie before. Oh, he's so close. Nah, and that's the trick too. I've got to line up two so he turns around. That might be it. That might be it. He might be turning too much. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent, actually. Alright, wait, can I not post that? I don't think I can. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna get him back over here. I know, that one was actually perfect, right? Alright, guy. Let's turn off these plots. I bet I just turned them all on, didn't I? It's trying. Alright, just stay there. Just stay there, though. Please. Please. It's slowed down. It's slowed down. Please don't run off before the picture happens. No, I think I've got to bring him back again. Alright, but if I have it ready, it should work, right? Your photo. feet. Like, you guys are too much. Oh no, he turned! Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. That was a picture. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Have him sit down. Oh, I should have done that. Yeah, you're right. All right, come back over here again. You're right. Sitting down was the better option. I don't know if I'd have enough room though. I might get too many boxes, like in the picture. There are quite a few boxes on this side of the wall. All right, so you're gonna come right here, and then you're gonna. Oh, sweet! Are you kidding me? Look at him! Look at this guy! Please get up and put down the right way. Looks like our either. Yeah, it looks like our circuit boards that the society has been trying to sell have sold. So as soon as I'm done with this, there we go. I like that. That's nice. All right. It's the oh goodness, the wall sitting down after a long day working. Woking, yeah. Gotta put in some hashtags too, right? Hashtag the wall, and then we got a hashtag again, the wall. How we looking there? You'll like that? Can't add anything, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it works. Wow, am I just not like reading all these all these Spark posts? Let's see, what's this one? Is that everything? Okay, yeah. Will no longer be needing fabric from the planet's surface. Processed glass and sanded wood are also no longer needed. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Wood poles don't really like they're not used for a lot of things. I don't think. Oh, I think my YouTube stream has got an error happening now. Oh, it just says it's not receiving enough video. Interesting. It's fine. There's no one over there anyways. You will let me know if the stream goes downhill on your side, though. Twitch is where it really matters. Alright. I'm gonna go deliver those circuit boards so our city can actually get paid. Someone was charging 40 grand for circuit boards, which is just like... Yeah, I guess you can, but you're not making that much money, unless you're mining it, of course. But how's the stream for you all? Is it still fine? Is it acting all wonky? How we doing? We doing alright? Also, if you're new to the stream goes down. Equal panic basket. Wait, so is it down? Did it go down? Okay, you're replying to me. Speaking. It's been really fine, actually. Okay. You can't reply to my statement on stream. No, it was the YouTube, I think, the YouTube part. It was the power of the wall. Wait, so it did go down? I mean, it could be that I'm dual streaming right now. I might not try that again, but we'll see. It was laggy on your end for a little bit? Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. I mean, I don't have an issue on YouTube anymore either. Maybe it's my internet. I don't know. My computer doesn't seem to be actually running any harder than usual. Oh, okay, okay. No, I mean, if you're all experiencing something, it probably wasn't on your end. Alright, so we got them matched, and I moved it, I believe. Let's see if it got properly moved. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it all worked out. But let me go ahead and move some of these freebies I was going to give away today. Oh, I'm actually already there. Yeah, you'll give me a shout out though if there's any like crazy lagginess that's not like related to the actual game. If it's like full on stream lagginess, that's probably something I need to fix. Let me see here. Let me see. I still haven't sold my personal circuit boards, which I need to do. Which, that's not from... that's not from silver supplied by the Society. I've purchased silver, turned it into wire with my own resources, and have listed some circuit boards. Alright. Let me grab a couple things here. A couple things to give away. I'll probably grab a couple more other stuff too. Okay, I can't carry any of that. Isn't circuit boards the last thing we need for the Society? Or for the subway? Yeah, we need 5, but we also need to make some of our money back from all the purchases that we've made. So the way I had thought about it was like one silver ingot is worth like 90 to 95 grand, something like that, right? But we can sell one circuit board for 50 grand. And one circuit board uses one wow, I like keep losing my train of thought. One circuit board uses one silver wire. So you get 3 silver wires from one silver ingot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm getting there. The gears are very slowly turning. That's my multitasking for you. You've got to make money back too, yeah. We've all got to make money back. So, yeah, so basically if we sold 3 circuit boards, which I lucked out yesterday when I was making them for the society, and I got a critical on making a circuit board, so I got 4 boards off of 1 silver ingot. So, I mean, I know the silver cost us nothing, but, that's like, I don't know, 110, 105,000 more than what you would get from just selling 1 silver ingot. I mean, it also requires like a couple plaques and sheets, but I make plaques and sheets. Yeah, see, there we go. We just got our 200,000. So it's like for very little extra work, we can make a lot more money off of circuit boards over just selling the silver ingot itself. And yeah, 200,000? Geez, like, you're gonna see if you can scrape together enough for an extractor, and then you're gonna place it on a rutile. Yeah. I have a little bit of rutile and a little bit of aluminum that I had gathered from just over time, and from the very brief time I had my own bauxite extractor. But I don't have a lot. I haven't used any of it to sell it because I want to make a 3D printer at some point, and that requires titanium and aluminum. Yeah, I know. Rip that bauxite node. Yeah. It is what it is, though, right? That is what it is. We'll eventually have another. Also, if anyone needs a large furnace or a wire drawer, I'm putting a couple into the event center for the giveaway. I don't think I'm going to make an announcement today. I think people are just kind of coming as they slowly do. As long as no one's taking them and, like, reselling them or anything. You have a 44% bauxite? That's nice. I don't have any rare resources. I like how I spent 50 grand forever ago for my rare resource plot, and just for it to not, like, actually have bauxite on it. I'm gonna forever, like, hate myself for moving my mineral extractor after the resource update. I can't believe I did that. So stupid. Oh, what a dummy. What a dummy. Yeah, I think after today, there's still one more day of giveaways, and I have no plans for tomorrow, so, like, on what I'm gonna give away tomorrow. I had this other stuff just, kind of ready for giveaways, but I mean, every day I can give away shelves and lights, and it seems like those are picked up like immediately. How many of you are on mobile today? Like watching from mobile? I know Kamek said that he was. I'm just curious what your opinion you are, Ellie. How do you prefer the dual, the like vertical versus the normal stream? I'm just trying to get an idea. You're on your lap. Well, no, it doesn't count. It doesn't. is that a mobile? Well, I mean, I guess it's a mobile computer, but you know what I meant. You little devil, you. Second monitor. All right, I'm not asking what everyone's watching on. I specifically asked if you're watching on mobile. Yeah, I know you came Max. Oh God. You think it works good? Okay. I mean, you can watch it in the normal way too. I just didn't know if it was any better or not, I guess. I set it up because Twitch kind of bullied me into it a little bit. They told me that was the better way to stream, was to make sure I also had the vertical option. Okay. That works. Why? Tablet as second monitor. Or tablet is a second monitor. Okay, okay. I'm using mobile and browser now that you're home. Oh my god. You kids and all your devices. Back in my day, we had dial-up internet that made a screechy noise when you try to log on, and you couldn't be on a phone call at the same time. Back in my day, my grandparents still had a rotary phone in their house. I don't think anyone used it though. Get a 56 kbs modem, yeah. I still remember getting AOL, AOL like discs in the mail. You had a rotary phone, yeah. Man, I kind of miss those days. Like, not necessarily the rotary phone, that was just like inefficient, but Netscape, yeah, Netscape too. That was a little bit later than AOL. At least, what we would get in the mail. You remember using your Nan's rotary phone? Yeah. Whenever I see one now, I'm just like, if I know someone, if I'm with someone I know, I'm just like, hey, do you know how to use this thing? And then I like quiz them on it. You remember those demo games that came with the CD? I didn't really get any of those. I mean, I would get, like, there was gaming magazines as a kid, and there were like demo discs in there. But those gaming magazines were like expensive. It was like $10 or more back then. So I definitely didn't get those all the time. I was but a wee lad. You like the games you would get from cereal boxes? See, they didn't have anything cool in cereal boxes when I was a kid. Like, if you were lucky, a color changing like spoon. They came in the mail and you had an AOL one with demos on it. Well, that is not fair. I didn't get anything cool like that. Those lightsaber spoons. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will say I was pretty young. I was pretty young when like the transition happened. I'm like probably a later millennial is what you could say I am. I gotta experience all the old, like, I gotta experience the transition, which was nice. So I'm pretty familiar with a bit of everything. Like, I remember pagers, that's for sure. My first cell phone was a flip phone. That was fun. And I had like maybe 20 text messages I could send and receive in total at the beginning. PDA was yours, yeah. Man. I remember when Blackberries were new. Nokia 3210. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the non-flip phone, the really famous one that's like nearly indestructible. Alright, this is probably enough goodies for the day. I mean, it's like tens of thousands worth. We're reminding you that you're young. Yeah, well, you're not young forever. Hate to break that spirit there. I was young too. I was young too one day. Back in the day. You broke your wall one of those and it still works. Yeah, Nokias were indestructible. Man, I remember seeing a car phone when I was young, and I was like just absolutely bewildered by that thing. That thing was so cool. Only rich people owned like car phones though. That was before cell phones. All right, let's produce. This produce. Am I not caught up? Is the game behind? What's going on? Okay. I think the game's a little. You remember having to ride on a pterodactyl to school? I will say I ate plenty of chalky Flintstones vitamins in my day. Didn't they recently find that those like could lead to cancer or something? They're working on your screen? Well, huh. Alright then. Guess it's just a me thing. Aren't I special? Also, hi to my one YouTube watcher. Make sure you say something in the chat so I can say hi to you. Those were cancerous, but I'm from Cali. I'm not from Cali. I just live in Cali. And that's like the only time I've referred to the state as Cali whilst I've lived here. I think I heard recently that they were allegedly cancerous. California. Yeah, California. Yeah, exactly. Hey, no, I'm originally from Tennessee, so imagine growing up trying to spell Tennessee. I know it now because it's just a rough one. You have to learn it. You still can't spell it. That's hilarious. Don't worry, it's a state that's not good for much. Imagine growing up trying to spell Tallahassee. Ugh. Yeah, no, that one's a bad one. See, Tennessee has a trick to it where it's like every other word is, or every. Oh no, Tennessee is just a bad one too. I was gonna say there's a trick to it, but there's absolutely not a trick to it. Virginia? That's not a bad one. I mean, maybe like making it relative to something else. Too many times you spelt it the bad way. What, like with a Y or something instead of like an I? E Tennessee. Yeah, it's not a fun one. Yeah. Oh. 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 Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting way to spell it. I will say, spelling Wednesday growing up, that was a really rough one for me because when you say it doesn't sound like the way it's necessarily spelled. And maybe that's also part of growing up in the South. Weds. No, it just doesn't. I blame the word on that one. Yeah, English is definitely not great. Yeah, I know exactly. It's yeah. That's how I had to do it as a kid. Wednesday. Oh, Blake, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. There are we don't like the ones that do that. We don't like the ones that unite. But yeah, no, agreed. Agreed. Yeah. It always was funny growing up in the South and then just not really caring, well, not being part of Southern culture in a lot of ways, I should say. The one thing that is ingrained in me though is chicken biscuits or chicken and biscuits. Okay, now I hated on y'all for my entire for a majority of my life. I really did. I really did. Like, but when you learn that almost every other language has a word for you all, except for English, where y'all was just slang, like it's just it doesn't make any sense. Y'all should not be slang. I think it is technically a word now. Yeah, you all is too much. That's one of those broken things about English. Y'all has a equivalent in almost every other language. I dislike how it makes you sound southern, but I do agree with it, even though I don't want to. I mean, I think when I was younger, I don't know. I liked Tennessee and I also disliked Tennessee. I'm not a big country music person. And like I like some Johnny Cash actually though now. Um yeah, I'm just not big on country, but there are some things that are fine with Tennessee. Like for the most part, Tennessee was actually part of the Union, which is actually a pretty weird fact, but it is. Yeah, no, agree. That too. I think it's the beliefs that you associate with states that are generally the issue, not necessarily the state themselves. It's always the people that are the problems. um, but yeah, no. I mean, I grew up around like the Nashville area, so of course, capital of country music. I am a big Elvis fan, so and he's from Memphis, so never went to Memphis though. That was the one thing I wish I had done at least once is go to Graceland, where Elvis Presley's from. Um, uh, Tennessee has one of the best aquariums that I've ever been to in the U.S. Um, I haven't been to one in California that's supposed to be really good, but um, yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, if you like Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew comes from Tennessee, I guess. Dolly Parton's from Tennessee. I do like Dolly. She's a pretty cool person, for the most part. Um, and I've been to Dollywood, of course. The Georgia Aquarium is pretty great. Yeah, the Georgia Aquarium's it's good. It's cool. It's cool. I've been there. Like the one in Atlanta, right? Um, what's really neat is it has like the beluga whale and the dolphins. So it has like some of the biggest tanks in the world. In well, maybe not the world, but at least in the U.S. In that aquarium. But I think when it comes to like style and the amount of different types of exhibits that you'll see, I do think like Chattanooga, Tennessee's I think it's called the Tennessee Aquarium. I think that is a better aquarium for the price point and just for the amount of exhibits you get. Now, again, it is really cool to go and see a beluga whale and dolphins in the Georgia Aquarium. And then you can also go to the World of Coke, which is right next to the Georgia Aquarium as well. Which is, that's fun. That's fun enough. I do enjoy going and tasting all the different types of like Coke brand sodas that you've got there. And I miss Surge. Okay, there you go. Some of you oldies will get that one. The soda Surge. Oh man, I wasn't around for when I wasn't, I guess, old enough yet to fully try Surge when it was like originally made, but the Coke straight from that fountain is straight gas. Yeah, I still hold the opinion, and it's like and there's a reason for it, but McDonald's has the best Coca-Cola you can get from a fountain outside of maybe like the actual Coke facilities, and that's because they use like I think they like premix or something. I don't know. Go look it up. They like purify their water, their soda water, or something like that. There's a reason why, but McDonald's actually has the best tasting fountain Coca-Cola outside of like a taste testing Coca-Cola place. But yeah, Surge. Oh, I wasn't around for when it was originally produced, but when they brought it back, like, I don't know, maybe less than 10 years ago. Oh man, I was hooked. I was hooked on those. I was so upset when they stopped producing those. But oh man, it gives you the jitters. It's got so much like caffeine and sugar in it. Oh, it's so good. They have Surge in the Burger King freestyle machines? Don't you tell me that. Don't you tell me that. I'm gonna look this up now. So I know in when you go to one of those like Coke taste testing places, you can get grape Surge. That was the last time I had it. Yeah, yeah. I'm about to end the stream early. Let's see. Burger King previous offered. Wow, in 1999 they had a frozen Surge slushy at Burger King. Um, oh, it says in August 2018 as an exclusive regular fountain beverage they brought it back at participating Burger King locations equipped with the Coca-Cola Freestyle machine. Oh, don't. But then I see a Reddit post from 2 years ago saying that they've discontinued it. Yeah, Wiki saying, uh, what's Wiki saying? This whole video is about this whole stream's now going to be about Surge. It's usually out of order though. Oh, okay, this is also bringing up Mellow Yellow, which is nowhere near as good as Mountain Dew. Yeah, allegedly it was phased out of Burger King freestyle machines in January of 2024. Yeah, the button is still there. Yeah, maybe they just haven't updated it yet. Man, can we get some Surge back, please? I love me some Surge. It's so unhealthy for you, but it was so good. So good. Wait, what is the machine software is begging for a software? Yeah. I haven't been inside of a Burger King forever. My first job was actually at a Burger King. Oh my god, there's also a drink called Urge, which is the same thing, but it was like I think it was just in Norway. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Um yeah, my first job was at a Burger King. So I don't know if they've updated it or not. I have a feeling they haven't. And this is one of those things that I feel like if Burger King wanted to, they could come after me for. But if you go to the water section um of like the freestyle machine and you just look at the like background that they have where there's like bubbles and whatnot, if you just like randomly click around on the bubbles, you'll eventually get the right pattern and it'll enter its like service mode where you can like pop open the whole. Oh, you know this too? Yeah, and you can just like pop open the whole freestyle machine. And I feel like they haven't upgraded most of their machines because that's like the way of opening. Oh yeah, yeah. That was like the way of opening the first like generation of Coca-Cola freestyle machines. Now I've also worked at like businesses that had like some of the newer Coke's freestyle machines, and you can't open it that way anymore. You have to like actually know like a password or have a like key or whatever. No, no fun anymore. No little tricks I can share. All right, let's see how much silver we've got. That's probably the smart thing to do for them, though. Yeah. You remember someone stealing the soda syrup one day? That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. It's just different now. Like, I will say, like, the freestyle machines back then, they had, like, much larger, like, cartridges that you would put in. But nowadays, yeah, that's the ghetto. Yeah. The one I worked at was, the one that I worked at was like in a really decent area, and it was just really boring most nights. And most of the like we had things in our freezer that weren't on the menu. Like we had these like lava cake balls that you would have to fry, but we'd never had those on the menu, so we would just eat them. Like we just fry them up for ourselves. But anyways, the freestyle machines are different now. Like now they have like really small cartridges, and it's mainly just the syrup, like the soda syrup or whatever, the soda water, I guess is what you would call it. So we have 13. Oh wow, we've got enough for another. I always lose where the kernel is, though. Okay. See, I think 10, yeah, 10 should definitely fit. And also, okay, so, Ike, I'm really glad, I'm gonna get back to the game now. I'm really glad you showed me the drag and drop now. You wanna know why? There's actually a functional mechanic to it that is better in some instances than using a different mechanic. Um, oh, someone's helping me. Um, Splitting the pile? No, no. So the mechanic is if you just like click manage, right? Ike was right all along. It's helpful in some situations. It's not always the preferred way to go, but it's helpful in certain situations. Hang on, gotta let the menu load. It nearly breaks the game. Okay, so I could click on this, right? And I could click transfer, and then let's say I transferred it to torch block. I'm not going to. But if I hit OK, right? Then it will pop up the order, like the task to haul it, will pop up for torch block. It would pop up in the inbox, right? So what would happen then is my employees would come and haul it from the location I'm sending it from. Now, the thing is though, if oh hang on, it's got to load. Hang on, it still lags your game to the point where it's unplayable. Yeah, I mean, doing any of this, opening up menus is just like it's never a good time, and closing menus too. Hang on, I'm just waiting. Let's see. Can I poke his face? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, wet willy, got him. Playing the game make the game lag. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So if I do that manage thing and go into the menus and click transfer and tell it the location, yeah, I know it doesn't work on mobile. Yeah. um, so basically, it would pop up in the inbox for my employees to come get. Now, if I drag an item from an inventory to a different place, the task to move it pops up in the inventory itself. So it comes in handy when, let's say, I'm trying to move resources to the wall, right? But the wall has no employees. Um, so it's like, all right, then I've got to manually like transfer all those materials over once I type in like all the transfer to the wall and whatnot. But if I just drag the resources over and hit confirm of like self delivery, then my workers inside of my wicked potion works, so aka the wall, will be prompted to haul those resources over to the wall. It's a lovely actual like workaround. You know, I feel like that might not be intentional, but it's perfect. It's perfect because if you need to take things from a location where you have employees to a location that you have no employees, there is a workaround. And I didn't realize that was a thing until basically, yeah, trying to deliver resources to the wall. So keep that in mind. Yeah, exactly, to houses. So if you have resources that you're trying to deliver to your house for construction purposes, try to drag it. It's a pain because it's still buggy. It is still really buggy. But if you can do it, you don't have to worry about the manual transportation of resources. It's just all automatic still. And that's such a relief. That knocks out so much headache. So I do thank you, Hike. I do appreciate that. I didn't think I was ever going to use the click and drag, but boy oh boy has it been helpful. Oh, I gotta repair this now. Sanded wood and wood poles. Alright, let me go get some sanded wood. Actually, I forgot already how much I need. You still use it like 95% of the time. Well, I'm just saying, now you know that there's some times where... now, if only you could do that on mobile. What, the app? Why is the app good? Because... is there like a better way of moving things? Is that what you're saying? I gotta move it with my main. There's no way to move things like that. If they added that, it'd be great, because then you could do it on the go. Yeah. Well, they'll get there. It's just one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. Also, hello, my YouTube people. Make sure you say hi to me. This is my first day streaming on YouTube, so lovely to see you here. I'm not exactly 100% certain how any of the YouTube stuff works. Oh, Amex, you dog. How dare you? How dare you be in both places at once? God. What a jokester. Of course, you've even got the 420 on the end, too. Hilarious. What a guy. What a guy. Alright, let me find my poles. Oh, there they are. Or these joints. No, those are dowels. Around a cylindrical wooden thing. It all looks the same to me. Wait, did I miss them? Did I miss the poles? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, what a bunch of wise guys here. Also, I did realize today, I know someone had already brought it up previously, if you have multiple buildings on the same plot, and you have, like, the task... Where are my poles? Oh, here they are. And you have, like, a machine set up to, like, make until you have, like, an X amount of resources, it does add up everything in both buildings, which is ridiculous. I didn't realize that was actually a thing. I know someone had stated that, but I didn't know that that was actually accurate. So word to the wise, try to separate into different plots if you can. It might be too late for this building here, I don't know. Actually, I think it is. Yeah, it's nearly too late. Yeah, but just so you know for later, multiple plots. It works. Alright, I gotta get this repaired so I can move it upstairs. You with your one plot. I mean, you have the farm, and then don't you have the original farm still too? Or is that what you're saying is your one plot? I'm just saying for the purpose of, oh, for your business. Yeah. I'm just saying for the purpose of, like, if you're trying to own a home or something, I don't know. Something like that. is this snapping all weird? Alright, that'll work. The house is just a place for the kid to be while they read. Yeah. Well, I'm actually trying to get my house a little bit more squared away now. I forgot what my design even looked like, so I'm glad I've got something going on. Plus, I'll need a place for the kid when I eventually get one. When I eventually have one, not get one. This is no. I mean, it was a shack. It was a shack, and it's just for my seedlings. Can't complain too much. It's my own seedlings. You know, what would be cool though is these modern floor lamps. These like ones that look like the sun, just all along the edges of the road. The crib auto spawns? What? I thought you gotta place it. Hmm. Alright then. Whoa, look at this, guys. Did you know this was a thing? Maybe you did, K-Mix. Yeah, okay, well. Oh, yeah, I knew. Of course you did, K-Mix. Of course you did. This is probably from the olden days, right? When you rode those dinosaurs. uh, okay, so refined is a completed book. That'll be interesting. Was this for like skill books, or could you like actually make like just like artistic books? Either way, it has a lot of cool potential. We'll say that. Also, do we think this building's ever going to be built, or do we think that's just going to stay like that? And manuals for schematics. See, I'm guessing the schematics was like how you. There's like legacy recipes as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that was the only way. The only way you could make certain recipes, like you had to make the schematic first, you had to learn the schematic, and then you could make the recipe. See, I have enough. I might have enough of each now to finish up the wall. 83. It's like 333. Am I there? Oh, I'm so close. You could give a schematic to one that didn't know how, and they could make it after learning it. Okay. I mean, how would you learn how to make something before you got a schematic? I'm just curious, because, like, skill level? Oh, so there was a way to bypass skill level requirements then? Is that what you're saying? I mean, I think I'm glad that it's not a. There was, yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I get why they got rid of that. Because then you could probably sell schematics for quite a bit of money. So you could just bypass the skill requirement. Which would be helpful, of course, but probably not the way anyone wants to go. Yeah, that's a good point. I could just look there. I think it's an interesting idea. really hope they had an educational system. Yeah, I do think an educational system would be really neat. I also would really like it if you could what does silver need? I know I've got the acid for it. Yeah, I do wish you could also open up a daycare as well. That would probably be a very helpful service to have. Yeah, universities. Yeah. Not the full-on campus that they used to do, though. So we need... what, 50 sulfuric? Yeah, I'm gonna show how nice this is. You think they should lock certain skills if you get your level far enough in it, and then it unlocks after mastering that skill? What do you mean? Like what skill would you hypothetically unlock, for instance? Come on, come on. Now you all can see what I have to deal with when I'm moving this stuff. It would be cool if there were certain perks that were unlocked. See, that's also the problem. Sometimes it doesn't... like, where was that gonna go? Yeah, the copper shelf? I don't know where that was even gonna take it. If you get far in carpentry, then it unlocks masonry. Oh, then it locks. Oh, I see, I see. So you basically have to pick one skill path until you master it, and then it unlocks the option to basically, you know, like split into different types of skill sets. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that would be neat. It would require people to definitely work more as a team. I will say that. Yeah, yeah, like you're base. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like basically how things are kind of right now, they would stick to their current like overall classes, and then yeah. Let me pick this up before I dive into that. The kids could start on something else. Well, yeah, I mean, kids could just choose completely what they want to do, just like any other seedling. Then, yeah, that would be a neat addition. I wonder how that would play out. I mean, it definitely would force people to play with each other a little bit more. Yeah, so like in crafting, like you would have to choose in between these three, and then like whichever one you chose, you wouldn't be allowed to go into a different one until they hit like level 30, essentially. And then, I mean, another good one would be medicine, like, and when you get into first aid, you choose one of these to go into, and then you basically like almost like what playing wanted for this game. Yeah, no, I mean, agreed. And they could very well go into that. They could go that route at some point too. I could see that. It would make sense, you know, just force people to play the game together instead of making it an option. I definitely wouldn't hate it. That's for sure. I think a lot of people. What I think you would potentially have run into some issues at the same time, though, right? Like you would have a lot of people specializing in one thing because that's like where the money was, and then like no one would be able to like then make up for it by swapping. I think as long as you're able to basically do like a skill reset where you're allowed to swap those skills over, like swap your progress over to a different skill set, so long as they all take just as much time and they're just as hard to master as each other, I think that could be the pathway right there, right? Like, of course, you can't have one thing be easier than another. But, like, if you get to, like, level 20 in dentistry, and then, like, you've got, like, 40 dentists, and it's like, well, the society needs someone to be in to, like, burn care. And then it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll move my progress over. As long as, like, dentistry is not significantly easier to progress in than burn care. Because then you would also have people abusing that system too. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, Clang, hire us. If you need idea guys, we can be there for that. Yeah, I think the last thing they need is idea guys. I think they've got plenty of those for free. Unpaid interns. I would love to be I mean, I wouldn't love to be an unpaid intern for long, but it would be really cool to be an unpaid intern in like a game dev company. Instead, I've unpaid interned for myself, trying to make some Godot projects that I just never got too far in. Maybe one day I'll go back to one of them. All right, I got all of the stuff and things that we need. You want to see? I don't have anything major is the issue. Like the problem with the problem that I always run into is simply the fact that I also have to make my own artwork to some level of a degree. And then I get to the point where I'm like, oh man, this code behind me is like really messy. And uh and like then I'm like, well, I want to read, like I want to fix all these things, but it's just like, and then you also like, an issue that I've had in the past is the idea gets bigger than what I can do. Like I just keep growing and growing the idea. Yeah, perfectionist, but then I keep on growing the idea and it just kind of balloons. The last game I was working on was one that I like had approached with the most level head, and it mainly got stomped because I moved, and I just haven't picked it back up again. But I had one idea. My first like big idea was to create like a movie, like a movie tycoon game where you would start off as like a low level, like basically garage developer, like an indie developer, and then you would like slowly work your way up with actors and like directors and editing and whatnot, kind of like game dev tycoon but for movies. um I think that game was just like so big and required, like that was just going to require so many moving pieces, that was one of those cases where it was just too big of a project for one person, and the amount of art I was going to need was going to be rough. um but the last project I was working on was mainly to like build like a little uh kind of like like a greenhouse plant kind of game. It was more going to be focused on mobile, where you have different plants and there's different pots for the plants, and you can like you grow these plants to a certain stage, and if you grow them up like well enough, if you take care of them well enough, like they can possibly, I don't know, blossom like a rare like collector thing. um that you can basically keep in like a collector's like book. Like, congrats, you've like aced this plant, and then you could maybe even cross pollinate in between plants. But the game was focused on, yeah, just basically growing these plants, selling them to get better plants, uh, selling them to get like the whole money part of the game was to get additional types of plants, to basically fulfill your like encyclopedia of plants. And you could get different types of like plant pots that would look different shapes and sizes, and then just kind of work out from there. Like, I don't know, you could do bugs, or even eventually bring in like animals on like a different screen. Start with the greenhouse and then just kind of work your way from there. You're making notes. Yeah, I got a couple plants designed, and I got some pots designed. I think I have the menu working, but I don't know how much further I got than that. I might have got the animation for the growing down, and the money system in place. Maybe the last thing I was working on was the day-night cycle, like the actual time part of the game. Yeah, no, I can show off a little bit someday. Um, I one of the things is I just never also added it to, what's it called? What's that site where you upload all of your code to? I should know it too. God, I'm a computer science major. Um, GitHub. Yep. Um, Understanding, I guess, how GitHub really works was also interesting, because I understand the point of it, but I don't know. That was something I definitely needed to work on as well, and I'll probably get back into it one day. I've just gotta focus in. I also have a book that I'm like halfway done writing that I need to get back to. Seed kind of like derailed me on a couple things, but I'll get back. I'll get back one day. I think if anything, I'm closer to finishing the book than I am the game. Games just take so many hours to make, and art's honestly the hardest part of it, because I feel like if I can't visualize it as I'm making it, then I can't like. I feel like it's not progressing enough. Yeah, I've got a sci-fi book I've been writing. You read books with pictures, yeah, yeah. I've got like a whole trilogy kind of book idea going, but that's a discussion for another day, and for when I actually finish it. Let's see, who do we got? Who do we got streaming today? Yeah, it'll be a fun thing, and I hope I do actually finish it. I mean, like I said, I'm about halfway through, but then it's probably going to go through like two or three rewrites, because I think that's just like what you have to do before you send it off to, um if you're serious about it, that's what you've got to do before you send it off to an editor and then potentially a manager and all that good old jazz, right? But we are gonna go on a lovely little raid. All right, we're gonna go raid Garrett. He's he's still going at it, man. That guy streams so much. Yeah, no, of course. Thank you all for being here. As always, I appreciate it. But yeah, that guy's a serious streamer. He's online a lot. Yeah, and yeah, have a fun vacation, Blake. We'll see you when you get back. I'll keep you guys updated with the Covital show tomorrow and everything. So I will catch you all later, and if I don't see you tomorrow, then I will see you when I see you. Have a nice night and potential weekend for you all.